Welcome to the You Were Designed for Greatness podcast. Each week we will bring you inspiring tips, stories, and ideas to help you be all that you can be, discovering your greatness. Featuring Donna Tashton. Donna is a transformational life and health coach, a highly sought-after public speaker, and the founder of Vibrant Living. She has helped hundreds find a better life, free of stress and living the greatness they were truly designed for. And now, your host, Donna Tashton.
I would like to welcome you to You Were Designed for Greatness. And today I have a special guest, Karin Klock, and we connected online. With today's technology and what's going on with the world, I'm making friends all around the world. And I have met Karin, and she lives in New York, where I used to live. So we had a connection immediately. So I wanted everybody to welcome Karin. And Karin, say hello.
Hello and good morning. So nice. I'd like to thank you for having me, Donna.
Well, I am glad you're here. So tell our listeners a little bit about you so they can get to know you.
Sure thing. So I grew up in upstate New York, outside of Watertown, New York, in snow country, and first generation American, first in my family to graduate from college. My dad was from Romania, Transylvania. My mom's from West Germany. So I can thank them for the background that they gave me and the encouragement. So right now I'm working in environmental health and safety and corporate social responsibility, which was my driver for launching womenownedbiz.org.
So how did that happen that you launched this Women-Owned Biz?
So I completed a certification in diversity and inclusion, and we were planning a work event to highlight diversity and inclusion. And I started to look in our hometown area for some women businesses to help support the event. And of course, going on Google and searching, you can't always bring up these small women-owned businesses. So that was my driver for developing a website and encouraging women to list their businesses on there so that it's easy to find small women-owned businesses, both in the U.S. and around the globe.
I think that is fabulous. And I can't wait to highlight it and have everyone that I know that are women-owned business do something with that. So I'm definitely going to do some connection with you on that.
Thank you.
In your world and in your day job, as you put it, and you have your passion project and your day job. Mm-hmm. But in your day job, is there many women?
No, actually, I work for a tech company. So, I'm sure that a lot of the audience is aware of the challenges of getting women in tech. My company does a great job with promoting STEM, and I actually formed a STEM outreach team. So really trying to encourage women in science, technology, engineering, math to, understand what we're doing in our work, to make it to show what we can, what a welcoming environment can look like, and try to help support each other, give them an opportunity. But really I've been, as I might have said, in college and at work, if not the only woman in the room, one of just a very, very small amount. So that can be a big challenge.
Yeah, to be the only woman in the room, it can feel challenging, and to be able to do that. But at all times, there's opportunities for us as well as trying to stand up and create those opportunities, like you were talking about, for the next generation to be able to do that.
Absolutely.
What are some of your other thoughts or challenges that you've had around this subject?
I think that one of the things, and I'm sure that you would have a lot of advice as well for the audience, but being able to, really help advocate for each other, not to get talked over in meetings, and to be able to make your voice heard. What are some of the things that you can do to do that so that you don't come across as kind of like a victim, and then you just take that passive role. So, um, to be able to say, oh, here, this is my position on that. And then if someone else in the room says, well, what I think you're trying to say is this, it's saying, well, no, really what I'm saying is this. Thank you. Or, I mean, you've seen times where a woman will get up to talk. We might have a different sort of demeanor, and if somebody steps in and kind of cuts them off, to be able to take the ball back in your court, thank you very much, and move on from there, because it's not an easy thing to do, and it's not generally intuitive.
I agree, it's not intuitive at all. To be able to take the interruptions with confidence.
Yes.
Instead of seeming like we're a victim, like you're saying, and retreating in the situation. Correct. And it takes a lot to be able to stand with confidence and know that your voice matters.
Yes.
And so I love that analogy. What have been people, I mean, you've accomplished a lot in your life, and you should if no one else has, I'm noticing that you've accomplished a lot. You've been married for a time, you've raised 2 kids, you're a professional woman, and through your profession, you've noticed this gap that's needed of women who own their own businesses being able to connect from all around the world. And I love that. What have been some people that have been encouraging to you? Who spoke into your life?
Well, I think in going back, both my mom and my dad, because you could see that they were willing to take that risk and that leap of faith to, come to a new country when they didn't speak the language, and, dig right in, and through hard work, be able to make a great life for themselves. So that's really who I can credit with that resilience and that determination. I often say that, I've got it made compared to what they had to go through. So you try to keep that thankfulness in your heart, and use that to help other people when you can.
Yes. So I agree. Thankfulness and gratitude gets us through a long ways.
Yes.
Has there been any special books or other people that's spoken into your life?
I'm not thinking of a book offhand. I guess I would say that you might be interested that, when we talk about, women building a community with our businesses, when you hear about women in business, generally they're always trying to better their family, their community. Mm-hmm. Always seems to be more of a social purpose to their business. I would say it's just been very fulfilling to be part of some of these women's journeys and hear their stories. And that's what we're trying to capture on the website, and appreciate that with what you're doing with the podcasts. There was a woman that actually was outside of a major city in Egypt that had started a group of women that code, and to be able to offer them some opportunities for employment because they were limited by the geographic area that they were in. So it it really helps, I think, to hear their stories and make that connection and try to find a way. I feel like I'm always trying to, connect people, because there's a woman in town here that they have a business, and where they strategically set up projects and have lists of people that they're looking for. And they said, oh, we'd like to look and find some of these women in these groups to support, so that they can, not just to publicize what they're doing for community support and outreach, but to be able, for a company to be able to communicate what they're doing in their community and, around the world, to make it a better place. I feel that there's more people that want to have that relationship and understand what companies stand for.
Right. Yeah. And women are very relational in their businesses.
Yes.
There is it's much more social, as you were saying, as well as a socially minded to make a difference, and also relational in it. So if there's women listening that have their own business, what would they do?
So our website is free. It's totally free to join. If you go on to womenownedbiz.org, there's a join form on there, a new member form. It's very quick to fill out. We love to have a picture of yourself or your product or business, and tell a little bit about yourself. So when us as women connect business to business, or other people come on to search, they can really pick people that resonate with them. One of the other things I didn't point out earlier was that our platform allows women to associate with a demographic of their choosing, if they so choose to do that, whether it's race or veteran status, or you name it, they're able to do that, so that if people are wanting to support a certain group, they can have that granularity.
Boy, it sounds like you put a lot of work into this.
Yes, but it's
yes.
Never seemed like work.
Yeah, when it's a passion project, it never does.
Yes.
It never really does at all. So are you on Facebook as well, or are you only on the web?
Right now we're on, we have a lot of connections on LinkedIn, and we're really just on the web. And so we're looking to get more of a presence on Facebook, but we're really not there now.
Okay. So they could find you on the web or on LinkedIn. Yeah. All right. Awesome. That sounds great. So as we wrap this up, because this has been a great conversation, as we wrap this up, what are some words of wisdom to that woman out there who has her own business, or she is the only one in her field, perhaps, and she's in the corporate world and she's the only one in her field? What words of wisdom would you give her?
I would give the words of wisdom that would be, reach out to other women in your area, in your field, make those connections, get that support, help each other out. If you can't make that connection, find somebody that you can help lift up.
Yes. Awesome. Well, Karin, thank you so much for sharing about this, and I can't wait for all the women to sign up. Hopefully you'll just be inundated with some new membership and
I hope
able
so.
to support other women. So be sure to check out that website, womenownedbusiness.org. And thank you again, Karin, for being with us today.
Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that very much.
I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Karin today. I love her closing remarks. Don't go it alone. Make the connections. It's important that we have people that are supporting us and understanding us. So if you are a women-owned business, be sure and register at the link below this podcast. I want to thank you for joining me today. I would love it for you to make a comment and leave a review regarding this podcast, and be sure to share it with those you love. I am always here to help you be more than okay, to help you be amazing, because you were designed for greatness. Until next time, this is Donna saying live and love vibrantly.
Thank you for joining us on this powerful episode of the You Were Designed for Greatness podcast. Please share this with others who might enjoy it. For more info on Donna Tashton or to contact her, visit iVibrantLiving.com.